thank you for joining and welcome to the 2025 Summer Research Opportunities virtual workshop. I'm going to jump right in. So first, I'd like to bring your attention to our LinkedIn page and YouTube pages. So on LinkedIn, this is where we share all of our upcoming workshops, but importantly, we share any opportunities we get, summer opportunities, post-bac opportunities, scholarships, etc. So it's a good resource to have. I'd encourage you to follow that and to check it out every now and again. And then on the YouTube channel, you can find our past workshops. In particular, I want to draw your attention to this workshop. So this was the last Summer Research Opportunities virtual workshop that we hosted. And in that workshop, I spent quite a bit of time talking about how to choose a summer program and the different components of the application process, the personal statements, resumes, etc., what's expected by the admissions committees. So I'd encourage the students to go back and take a look at this to get some help with how you should prepare your application. And in that session, we featured the Walter Reed program, Baylor College of Medicine, UW-Madison, and there was a lot more detail on the summer programs at Johns Hopkins Medicine. They go through, again, the application requirements and so forth, so I really encourage you to go back and look that one up. So I'm going to jump in now. I'm just going to give a brief overview of some of the programs available at the School of Medicine here at Johns Hopkins, but there are quite a few. So there are over 15 summer programs, and so I'm going to be able to describe them all. But this QR code takes you to the SIP or SIP Pathways website, and you can go there and find a list with descriptions, the link to apply, etc. But I'll just briefly mention a few that I think might be useful. So the first is the BSI, or Basic Science Institute. This is probably one of the largest summer programs at Hopkins, and this is geared towards students interested in a PhD or MD PhD. So you must be research oriented. You should have completed 2 years of college at the start of the summer. So that means rising juniors and rising seniors. And there is a sub program for those interested specifically in neuroscience. So that's the CAVLI-SIP and NeuroSIP. So once you begin the BSI application, there's an option for you to select what your sub-interest might be. And in that case, you only need to have completed 1 year of college, so rising sophomores and up. All of the applications are due February 1st, and most of the programs run between May 25th and August 2nd, unless otherwise stated. The second is the CSM SIP. Now, this program, you can be interested in MD or any biomedical research career, including PhDs. But you do have to qualify. There are some eligibility requirements around income and whether you're educationally under-resourced. And the website describes in detail who qualifies and what those categories actually mean. So I would check out the website to see if you qualify before beginning to apply. And you do have to be a citizen or permanent resident for this particular program. The next is the Generation Tomorrow program. So this has a focus in HIV and hepatitis C health disparities, looking at social determinants of health and so forth. And it's geared towards nursing students or students interested in nursing, public health, as well as broader science and medicine interests. You should have completed 1 year of college, and you also have to be a citizen or permanent resident. And then over at the Kennedy Krieger Institute, which is at or around Hopkins, is partnered as well with Hopkins, is the Maternal Child Health Careers Research Initiatives for Student Enhancement Rise Up program. And this again is public health geared, particularly looking at maternal and child health, thinking about social determinants and other health disparities and so forth. In this case, you need to be a rising junior, but if you're a recent graduate, if you graduated from undergrad within 1 year, you can also apply. There's a GPA requirement, and you do have to be a citizen or permanent resident. And this is just a list of some of the other summer programs that if you go to this website, you can click on each one and see a proper description and how to apply and who's eligible, etc. So I encourage you guys to check this out. If you missed the QR code, you can just Google Johns Hopkins SIP or Summer Internship Program, and you will find this website. And finally, I'll briefly mention this cancer program. So this would be students who are interested in cancer research, but you must be attending Morgan State or Howard University. And if you are, then you reach out to your respective contacts. So at Morgan, it would be Office of Undergraduate Research. And at Howard, it would be Andrew Calloway. If you want to ask questions about the program specifically, our contact here at Hopkins is Jasmine Salem. That's at jsalem5@jh.edu. And again, typically, if you were to search for the Kansas Center HBCU summer program, you can get to this information. I will also post this particular flyer on the LinkedIn channel because there isn't a full website for it. All right, and now I'm going to hand over to Mahnoor Ahmed, who's going to speak about some programs in the School of Public Health at Hopkins.
Great. Thank you, Dr. Maynard. Hello, everyone. My name is Mahnoor Ahmed. I use she, her pronouns. In the interest of time, I'm going to talk a little bit fast, but you will have this information available to you later. Dr. Maynard did a great job of setting me up because we are also one of the East Baltimore programs at Johns Hopkins University. And if you follow the QR code that was shared earlier, you can also view a very recent webinar that we conducted that talks in detail about all of those programs at the School of Public Health, School of Medicine, and any affiliated programs, and can be really helpful if you are looking to hear about the information rather than read it. So both of those are available. I'm at the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health, and in particular, we'll be talking to you today about the Diversity Summer Internship Program at the School of Public Health. If you are not familiar, we are located in Baltimore, Maryland. We are the first and largest school of public health. Just to offer a little context, we are also the #1 school of public health in the world, and conduct both biomedical research as well as public health and social science research. We have a very large global network as well as a lot of different degree choices. And one of the great things I think about an experience at the School of Public Health is that you get exposure, no pun intended, to all the career outcomes and possibilities if you're choosing public health as a singular career and or something that intersects with other interests in medicine, humanities, nursing, social work, etc. Next slide, please. Our mission is to create pathways for students and future leaders from all backgrounds, and in particular with an emphasis on students from underrepresented groups in public health and biomedical sciences. We are committed to developing holistic, culturally competent future leaders because that is what the world needs for our current problems. The Diversity Summer Internship Program is 8 weeks long, and students experience graduate level research and mentorship. So this is really a very full experience. I like to say that because if you're planning to do something else this summer, you cannot do that at the same time as this internship. And I think that's really important to kind of set expectations. Our program goals are to make sure that you are getting a very deep and intensive look into the breadth and depth of public health, and also to prepare for graduate school and professional pathways. We also focus on, as I mentioned earlier, holistic intercultural development. That is a key component of our program in addition to the research experience that you're getting. On the next slide, there's a little bit more detail about what the program entails while you're here. There's opportunities to engage with faculty, current students, recent alumni, make one-on-one connections. In addition to the faculty that are PIs on your research project, you also have opportunities to build all these connections and meet with people based along your professional interest lines. We do one-on-one check-ins throughout the program to make sure that you are having a meaningful experience as we are continuing to build on your personal and professional portfolio. There's also a lot of social activities, opportunities to connect with people that are doing summer internship programs across Hopkins. These are our 10 academic departments at the School of Public Health, ranging again from our biomedical sciences to our public health. Students are assigned a project that is an ongoing research project, and they might be paired with another intern or be the sole DSEP intern on that project. And you're working very closely with that team on particular sort of projects across these 10 academic departments. We are affiliated with 80 plus research centers and institutes. So all of the departments that are listed also provide an opportunity for you to be perhaps working on a team with the Center for Humanitarian Health or the Center for Health Disparities or the Center for Indigenous Health. So you are not just working with people on your immediate team. You have a broader opportunity to build professional and learning connections. Applications are currently open now. So the website that Dr. Maynard referenced earlier is the same website that you would use. I've also listed our website, which is publichealth.jhu.edu at /DSEP, so that you can learn more about our frequently asked questions, type in questions like that. We are also accepting rising juniors and above. So if you are currently a sophomore and you will be a junior this summer, we welcome your application. We accept all majors and also U.S. citizens and permanent residents only. On the next slide, I also want to make sure that I'm highlighting two other programs at the School of Public Health. If you have an interest in aging research specifically and or genomics and bioethics research, we have two other programs at the School of Public Health, our Hopkins Undergraduate Summer Training and Research Program, our U-STAR program, and our Genomics and Society Mentorship Program, GSMP. So please make sure you check them out. They all have different stipends, different start and end dates, but they are all wonderful opportunities if you are interested in public health, again, as a singular field, but also as an intersecting field. So I'm happy to take more questions towards the end. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to move right on to our next speaker from the University of Alabama.
Great. Thank you, Janielle. My name is John Shacka. I'm at UAB, University of Alabama at Birmingham. I'm here today to talk to you about our neuroscience-focused summer research experience called Blazer Brain. I co-direct the program along with Dr. Kristen Gavin, who is unable to attend today. Next slide, please. I just wanted to give you a brief introduction to UAB for those of you that aren't aware of it. We are a thriving urban research university in the heart of Birmingham, Alabama. What I want to point out here, just for your interest, is that we are top 25 in NIH funding, and we're particularly strong in all disciplines, but in particular neuroscience, which I affiliate with. Next slide, please. So what is Blazer Brain? It's an NIH-funded grant that is, its primary goal is to broaden participation in neuroscience research. And we are looking for students that are interested in applying or have interest in PhD programs in the future. Our metric of success is application and successful matriculation to biomedical science PhD programs. It's an 8-week experience in the summer in June and July. It provides stipend, dorm living, and some food, some meals, and an immersive research experience. We have approximately a 75-25% split in research and professional development. And then thank you. We have an elaborate mentor match process where our students, our admitted students, are matched very thoughtfully to a mentor in neuroscience research based on your interests. We focus a lot on mentoring, writing, and presenting skills. We have many different types of presentations that you give. And then, of course, we have a lot of networking and community building events. Ours is one of several summer research programs. So one of the value adds of our program and participants is that they get to interact with other students in other programs. Next slide. Okay, so as I mentioned, our primary goal is to broaden participation in neuroscience research, and that can take on many different flavors. Those who consider themselves historically underrepresented in STEM careers, first-generation students, those with low socioeconomic status, or those with disabilities, or those that are at undergraduate institutions that lack true neuroscience research opportunities. And of course, those that are focused for PhD careers. I wanted to point out that we currently partner with 5 different HBCUs in the state of Alabama, which is a wonderful opportunity for those students to come to UAB for an immersive research experience. Next slide. One of our key hallmarks is our near-peer mentoring program. So we partner, you can, next slide, I think it's an animation. Yeah, okay, great. So we partner with another funded grant at UAB that's a neuroscience PhD program, and these students are serving as near-peer mentors for our summer students. So it really helps provide onboarding and professional development and allows our scholars to truly see themselves as future graduate students. And our mentors also receive leadership and mentor training. But mentoring is a key component of our program, takes on many different flavors. One of the key hallmarks of our program is that all of our scholars get to go to ABRCAMS. This is a fantastic meeting where you work on your networking and presentation skills. This fall, it's in San Antonio, Texas. I go every year, and our scholars have a great time. Next slide, please. I just wanted to show you some data from a previous cohort. I am admittedly behind on generating data. Now at the end of the semester, I'm getting there, but our scholars have demonstrated or shown through summaries of evaluations very positive outcomes. They're happy of their exposure to research careers, and our program helped them make decisions in their career development. It definitely helped them with their research and presentation skills, and overall a very positive experience. Next slide. So just important dates to know. We are recruiting students who are by next summer rising second, third, and fourth year students. Our application deadline is February 28th, and I believe the portal is already open to receive applications. We try and finalize our cohort by April 1st, and then we have a virtual onboarding and mentor match process that occurs April and May, and then that in-person experience is June and July. As I mentioned, the Abercans meeting in November is a requirement for our participants, and once you are an alumnus of our program, you are always a Blazer Brain Scholar. We have continued opportunities for networking and mentoring because, in my mind, mentoring never ends. So for that, I thank you. Please contact me with any questions. And Janielle, you are welcome to use all of these slides.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to move on to Dr. Henry at MIT.
Wonderful. Hopefully everyone can hear me. Perfect. Wonderful. So I'm actually stepping in from Mandana's thousand because she has another obligation. I recently started my lab a few months ago at MIT, so brand new. But of relevance to this audience, I attended an HBCU, Grambling State University, for my undergraduate, and a lot of my research experiences was actually gained through participating in summer programs at other institutions. So I can speak firsthand to the importance of such programs. I'm happy to talk to students afterwards about those experiences. So in our program, it's a 10-week research intensive summer program. It starts from June 1st to August 8th, and students who matriculate through this program get to choose from over 90 research labs, ranging from MIT biology labs, based at the MIT Biology Department, as well as at the Whitehead Institute, MIT Chemistry Department, as well as the Brain and Cognitive Science Department. Next slide. Perfect. In our summer program, we really focus a great deal on ensuring that our students get a really strong research intensive experience, a lot of hands-on experience working in a research lab. We care deeply about how we assign those mentorship, how we align students with a given mentor. It's in our program, students get to have weekly academic seminars, meetings with faculty members. At the end of the program, there's oral and poster presentations where faculty across MIT get to experience and to learn about some of the research updates that students have done during the summer. We provide a stipend, housing, travel. There's a strong emphasis on community building, so truly getting a sense of the social, academic, and cultural aspects of MIT. There are many opportunities for students to also build community and also network with the wider MIT body. Next slide. So in terms of eligibility, so all students who come to our program need to be a STEM major. Undergrads need to be either sophomore, junior, minimum GPA of 3.5. There needs to be some prior research experience, and there's a spectrum of what that prior research experience could be. 3 letters of recommendations are required. I think another animation, so one more click. And our program, yes, provides research experiences for our students for preparation for PhD programs. So as you could see at the next slide, there's a whole range of research experiences. You could take a closer look, and we try to align the students' interests with the types of labs that we assign them. Next slide. All right, so this is just a series of pictures just showing some of the students that have gone through our programs, and at the end, I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you so much. We'll move right on to University of Rochester.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for inviting me today. I only have one slide. I'm going to try to compact it all into in one, but I appreciate everybody had some really beautiful slides, and it's really great to hear all these awesome programs. So my name is Elaine Smolock. I am the director of our Summer Scholars Program at the University of Rochester School of Medicine and Dentistry. Just to orient you a little bit, because there's always a question. Rochester's it's in New York, but we are about 5 hours west of New York City. So we're in Western New York, or some people call it upstate New York. But we're in a very wonderful area. We have our undergrad campus right across the street from our medical center, which is nice and really gives a wonderful collegiate feel while you're here with us. Our program is a 10-week funded research experience as well, as many of my colleagues are saying here. This year, we are going from June 2nd to August 8th. And in those 10 weeks, we do professional development seminars. So every week, we focus on a specific aspect of research training or education. And that includes everything from how to pick good mentors, ethics, how to keep a lab notebook, how best to put together a poster presentation, how to attend a conference, a lot of professional development that's run by myself and many of the faculty who are involved in the program as well. Similar to my colleagues, it's so wonderful to see. We also have research opportunities in all of our PhD programs. So if you are able to scan the QR code, that will take you to our website, and you can see from the drop-down links in our website all of the programs that offer research, everything from neuroscience and microbiology to biomedical engineering to public health to anything that you were probably interested in. We can fund you to do some research at the University of Rochester. We also have a very strong focus on mentorship. So again, it's great to hear my colleagues talk about that because we're all on the same page about how important that is for summer scholars to have really good mentorship. So we do match you with a mentor in the application, which is open now. You can list up to 3 or 4 faculty that you are interested in terms of their research. And then we read the essay, we read your prompts, and we say, okay, yeah, we think that person could be a good mentor. We have you meet with them first. We always make sure that you have an interaction with a mentor before we would match you. And then we also have peer mentors that come in and help run the professional development workshops as well, students that you get to interact with and learn from on the job experience, if you will. Importantly, we do offer free housing, so you stay on our campus. We are a summer scholar program that hosts about 25 to 30 scholars per year, and that includes students who are interested in PhDs, students who are interested in MD, PhD, and then we have a very neuroscience specific program, and you're all together, but you also get to stay in-house with our summer scholars across the University of Rochester. So even those are in humanities and other social sciences, you're all together. So you get the whole experience as being a community, which is really nice. And we do have a stipend, which you can see there. Our application deadline is February 28th. It is open now, and we encourage you to apply. We also try to match everybody by April 1st, if not earlier, if possible, so that we can of course get you here. But it is a very comprehensive program. I've been directing it now for 6 years. I've been involved with it for 10, and it is one of my favorite things to do. We have such wonderful experiences with our scholars. They too attend ABRCAMs as well as SACNAS. There's a poster presentation and symposium that you do at the end of the 10 weeks where all the faculty come, and it is the most well-attended event in the summer. Our faculty love it. And in that, we also get you also get the experience of presenting with students who are in the MD program as well as high school students. So we have a whole range of just opportunities for students to do summer research experience. So if you are interested, please scan that QR code. You are welcome to reach out to me at any time, and certainly I'll be around at the end to answer any questions you might have.
Come to you, Penn.
Had to unmute. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Brieyanna McWilliams, and I am a researcher at the University of Pennsylvania. And today I'll be talking to you guys about the Penn Summer in Infectious Disease and Research. So we are a research enrichment program offering summer research experience to engage trainees from diverse backgrounds across a range of academic levels in HIV, AIDS, biomedical research, or academic medicine. We do partner up with Penn CFAR, better known as Centers for AIDS Research, and the CFAR Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Pathway Initiative, and provide an 8-week funded clinical, translational, or basic mentor research experience. Scholars will be provided housing in Philadelphia's on our Penn's campus. They will be matched with a research mentor based on their identified interests. They'll partake in educational program, professional development, and networking. They will also attend an 8-week introductory discussion-based seminar series on HIV through our partner program at Penn and as far as Penn CFAR Scholars Program. Eligibility, any undergraduate, postbac, medical students, even high schoolers are eligible if they can commit 2 weeks. You must be a U.S. citizen or permanent resident, and you just must have to have like an interest in infectious disease. And honestly, an interest in just biomedical research and science in general would be okay as well. Here down at the bottom is the QR code. Applications are open now. The deadline is February 7th, 2025, and the dates are June 9th to August 1st, 2025. Next slide, please. So just a couple of like highlights about this program. So we also have a near peer mentoring night at the Mutter Museum in Philadelphia, PA. So if you've never been to the Mutter Museum, this will be a great opportunity to go and venture in it. And while you're touring the Mutter Museum, you get an opportunity to mentor students from rural Africa who are part of the campaign for female education. You also get a chance to mentor students from Europe and the surrounding areas of Philadelphia. And so this was a really, really great opportunity if you're interested in mentoring, you to learn from somebody that you're mentoring and also for them to learn from you and give advice and vice versa. Another great opportunity that we did this year was meeting with Dr. Ali Stanford of the Black Doctors COVID-19 Consortium. This was a very, very great opportunity. This is Dr. Alice Stanford here in the middle. And we basically got to learn more about her and her journey into medicine. And she gave us some advice. She got to learn about us. And this was just basically like a, just a roundtable talk. And it was just so amazing to meet her. She also is a newly assigned professor at the University of Pennsylvania. And this all wouldn't have been possible without our program leadership, Dr. Florence Munplazer, who is our director, Dr. Edward Kreider, who is our associate director, and Dr. Arian Morrison, who is also plays a pivotal role in this program. And so just to recap, this is our registration. This is the barcode to our QR code, to our registration. Please apply. We look forward to seeing your applications, and hopefully we look forward to also seeing you this summer as well. If you have any questions, Dr. Maynard, she'll put all my information at the bottom or at the end. And I'll also stick around for any questions at the end as well. Thank you so much, Dr. Maynard, for allowing us to, to share our program.
Of course, thank you so much. And we move right on to the Midwest, Purdue.
Thanks for that. Hi, everybody. My name is Kay Kobak, and I'm the Associate Director of the Engineering Undergraduate Research Office at Purdue University. So most people know Purdue for our engineering programs, and those are, in fact, what I manage. But there are a number of other undergraduate research programs at Purdue. If you have questions about things outside of STEM or outside of engineering, or maybe across more of STEM, feel free to reach out to me and I can direct you to those as well. I do see that our fonts have changed, so I apologize for some mix-ups on these slides. But in any case, I run the Summer Undergrad Research Fellowship, otherwise known as SURF at Purdue. So we are actually running an 11-week program this year, where the first week will be asynchronous, and the rest of those 10 weeks will be full-time intensive. Just like everybody else has said, you don't really have time for much else. We give you compensation up to $10,000 in the form of a stipend. You're paired with research mentors, and we also offer a fee waiver for Purdue graduate school applications. Go ahead and hit next for me. Along the way, there's a ton of professional development. We'd like to do a choose your own adventure model. So we'll offer you a handful of different directions and different specializations that you can make in terms of what professional development you want to pursue. Some of those are going to be things like preparing for graduate school applications and that type of thing. We also have plenty of people that are interested in moving into industry, and so that is fine as well. At the end of the summer, everybody gives a symposium presentation. Some of these are talks, some of these are posters. We also spend a lot of time working on increasing professional and technical communication skills, because we think if you can't communicate your research, then it doesn't make sense that you did it anyway. So we spend a lot of time building networks along as part of that as well. Go ahead and hit next for me. Here are just some, very, very few actually, of the recent research areas that we have had as part of the SURF program. We cover every single STEM field at Purdue. So everything from veterinary medicine to agriculture, engineering, health and human sciences, you name it. We have it, even though we are technically housed in engineering. So anybody that is in STEM, I think this year we even have a sociology project that they're getting in on the data side of. So I'm really excited for that too. Go ahead and hit next. We actually have one central application that gets you into all of these different programs. So there are very, very, very many summer research opportunities at Purdue, and we've worked with a large majority of them in order to centralize the process so that one application gets you looked at by multiple different application review committees to see what your best fit is going to be. So each of these have some of their own independent benefits, but we oversee the program at large and make sure that everybody receives those base benefits. Next. In order to be eligible, we do prefer rising juniors or seniors, but anybody is welcome to apply. We don't have any sort of residency requirements, so we are open to supporting J-1 visas, or DACA students, or if you're already on an F1 at another institution, we're happy with that too. We do have a priority deadline if we do need to support a visa for you, and so that is going to be January 15th. We are looking for both full-time bachelor students, and you need to continue to be enrolled the following academic year. Our minimum GPA is 2.8, and you have to be able to participate in the entire program. Next. The application is already open. Again, that priority deadline is January 15th. So priority applications get reviewed for a travel subsidy if you are not a Purdue student. Non-Purdue students are guaranteed to receive the housing subsidy. So we have a base stipend of $6,500, a housing stipend of $2,500, and then there's an additional travel subsidy of $1,000. So you can get up to $10,000 as long as you apply by that January 15th deadline. All right, next. We also have one other program that I'm going to very briefly mention. This one is much more within the engineering sphere, and so I'm not sure how many of you that's going to apply to, but STARS is a semiconductor skill development program. This also is up to $10,000. And there's a lot of direct mentorship from industry representatives, and their whole goal is to recruit students to high caliber internships the following summer. Go ahead and hit next for me. We have 3 different tracks, including manufacturing, packaging, and chip design. And as long as you can tell us why it is that you're interested in that specific area, then that's what we want to know in your application. We are looking for about 100 students, and rising sophomores if preferred. So if you are a first-year student at all interested in microchips, this is a really fantastic program. Both of these programs have rolling applications. And I think that's everything, besides a couple of QR codes. Feel free to connect with us either on LinkedIn, that's the right QR code, or on our website on the left. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much. And last but not least, we have University of Oregon.
Hi, everybody. My name is Brian Rebar, he, him, and I am at University of Oregon, where I serve as the director for our STEM Education Center and also the director for this program, the summer program for undergraduate research, which focuses on life sciences. And this program has been going for over 20 years with a variety of different funding. This year, we have funding from the American Heart Association, so focus on happier, healthy lives, which is the mission of our funder. I always say that this program is a lot more than a research experience. This is an opportunity to build your network to be a part of our University of Oregon community. And so there's a lot to our program, including social activities. Many of the other familiar elements that you heard among the other presentations. We take mentoring very seriously and spend time preparing our mentors to work side by side and to build with our participants, as well as build your mentor network beyond just the one-on-one mentor that works with you on a day-to-day basis. This is, of course, a research program, so it's a full-time research experience for 10 weeks. We also focus on building your communication skills. My degrees are in science education, environmental science. So I organize professional development, where we have guest faculty presenters and lead some of the sessions on communicating your science. I heard someone say, if you can't communicate your science, you can't do science. So that's important. And we do some community building as well. Our areas of focus are molecular biology, genetics, biochemistry, human physiology, and neuroscience. I mentioned the weekly interactive workshops. We also do something kind of special. I think this is developed over time. Is something I call research and career pathway talks, where faculty give presentations that aren't just research talks, but they tell their personal journey story into their careers. I think we need to really roll back the curtain and reveal, how do you get here? What are the different pathways? And that's really important because our program is all about diversifying pathways into science research careers. We have a $6,000 stipend, meal plan, housing, travel, support for going to ABRCAMS or SACNAS, the National Diversity in STEM Conference, where we just had many of our presenters win recognition. So this is a standing part of the program, 10-week experience. And I should mention that our funder does not require that you be a U.S. citizen or national. So we welcome any full-time student. There's my contact information. We got ahead. And the takeaways, if we can go to the takeaways there. You'll end up with a research poster that you can present at a national conference. We encourage you to visit our website. The application is open, and there's a little video that I linked there. It's on the homepage, actually, just about the program and someone's experience. The voice of participants is always telling. So please reach out. We'd love to see your application. Spur.uoregon.edu, and I'll throw that in the chat. Thank you.